Ladies, don't wait until you get married before you start building wealth. E get why. Marriage is beautiful and can be ugly when there's no money and you have to depend on your partner for everything. Having a partner who loves you and supports you and builds with you is wonderful. But your financial life should not begin after you say I do. And I'll give you my reasons. Because myself, I made this mistake 30 years ago when we both said I do. Without job, we didn't have a job. Me and my husband, we did not have a job. Even when we eventually got job, we suffered embarrassing situations because we didn't start building wealth early enough. We consumed everything we earned, and it was never enough because lifestyle inflation eroded all our resources. So the earlier you start investing as a young or married, the more time your money has to potentially grow. And more importantly, you enter marriage as a woman who is already knowledgeable about finances rather than someone waiting for her husband to teach her everything about finances. And sometimes the husband may also be ignorant. So one thing you need to do, even as a young or married girl, is to start building your own financial foundation before your marriage. And this will give you the opportunity to build something that belongs to you. Don't arrive marriage with absolutely no financial foundation of your own. Start saving today. Learn about investing. Build an emergency fund. And more importantly, develop business skills or any type of skill that can help you increase your income. And if you can start building your investment portfolio today, it is good. And let me remind you that it doesn't have to be big amount. It can be 5,000, it could be 10,000, 20,000, 50,000, 100,000, depending on what you're earning or what your income is at the moment, and or what you're willing to set aside, whatever you can reasonably afford, because you are not only building the money, you are also building the habit of saving money and increasing your wealth. Now, I want to tell you that time is one of your biggest advantages. You don't need to start with it to benefit from investing early. You have something incredibly valuable, and that is time. Just imagine two women. One of them started investing at 25, while the other started at 35. Even if it's the same amount they are putting, the 25-year-old has given her investment more time to potentially compound. That's the beauty of starting early. So don't wait until you are married or when you start earning more money or you have enough money to start investing. Sometimes that perfect time never arrives. Now, another reason I want women to start investing before marriage is this. Learn how money works before combining your finances with somebody else, or even if you should even do that. When you understand investing, you can have a better conversation with your future. A lot of women have been frustrated out of their marriage because these conversations never happen. Some of them enter marriage with the mindset, my husband will do everything for me. And it doesn't work like that. Now, if you're knowledgeable about finances, one of the things you will sit down to do before you marry is to have some kind of critical conversation with your partner. And these are some of the things you can ask yourself. You can ask your partner, how much debt do you have or do we have? What are your plans for retirement? How much are we going to be saving? What are we building together? As a matter of fact, this conversation should even have taken place before you marry or even during marriage. It's supposed to be something you are doing all the time, having this conversation concurrently all the time. Once you're married, please understand your family finances. You don't have to control everything, but you should understand everything that affects your financial future. Now, let's talk about something that people don't like discussing. Your own money as a woman, as a lady, gives you option. Life doesn't always go as planned. Marriage can be wonderful, but nobody knows exactly what future holds. There could be a job loss, a business failure, an illness, a period where one spouse can no longer work. Even separation can happen, or unexpected family responsibility can creep up inside the marriage. Having your own savings and investment doesn't mean you don't trust your spouse. It means you're financially prepared for life. Financial independence gives you options. Options are powerful. I remember many years ago when my husband temporarily lost job for 2 years. By God's grace, I was the one who was keeping the family together because I have already built finances that can help me do that. I want to make this very clear, because somebody will hear this video and say, so your husband shouldn't provide for you. That's not what we are saying here. If you marry a man who is an excellent provider, that is fantastic. If your husband earns more than you, it is wonderful. If he wants to invest for the entire family, it is also beautiful. But you must build together. Don't confuse being loved with being financially helpless. Your husband can provide for you. You can still build. Both things can exist at the same time. Now, one mistake I see people making until there is financial crisis before they start learning about money. That's exactly like saying, I will learn how to swim when I fall into the ocean. No. Learn beforehand. Understand stock and the stock market. Understand bonds, mutual fund, real estate investment trust, REIT, diversification, ETFs, etc. Understand how compounding works. You don't have to invest in all of them, but understand your options. Another reason is that you are building your own identity as a wealth creator. When you start investing before marriage, you begin to see yourself differently. You begin to have a mindset shift. You are thinking, I am capable of building wealth. So there's a huge difference between looking wealthy and actually building wealth. And finally, ladies, if you're single now, build yourself, build your skill, build your savings, build your investment, build your financial knowledge, build your career, build your business, build your confidence. And when marriage happens, don't come into it empty-handed financially. Come with knowledge, come with discipline, come with goals and a vision, and then you and your husband can say, okay, now let's build together. Because marriage should add to your life and not be the beginning of your financial life. And if your husband doesn't understand money and investment, you can only if he's willing to start learning, investing and building wealth. Your future self will definitely thank you for this. If you are a woman who wants to become financially independent before and during marriage, you can follow me by subscribing to my channel. Let's build wealth together, one lesson at a time. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like and comment and tell me where you're watching from. God bless you. Bye.